Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversations. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
This world is changing more and more every day, and we've decided to change right along with it. My name is Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the president of Trajectory TV Network. At Trajectory, our vision is to provide a comfortable, creative platform for top content creators and storytellers from around the globe. We're also dedicated to providing this world with content that is healing, educational, empowering, exciting, and above all else, entertaining and transparent. So right now, I invite all of you who believe yourselves to be global game changers to use the link found here and simply take a chance. Schedule a virtual chat where you'll have the opportunity to share your vision for your very own global television show with me, the network president. So use that link, and together, let's begin changing and healing this world, one story at a time. And remember, whether you have years of experience in front of the camera or zero experience, it doesn't matter. What matters the most is your desire to share great content through television and a willingness to share it with passion and with purpose. You might ask, how do I know if I've fallen in love with my purpose and my purpose has fallen in love with me? It's easy when you've lost your voice because you just can't stop talking about it. I'll see you soon.
Hi, my name's Stephanie Olson with Stephanie Olson Speaking and Consulting, and I just want to say I met Lauren a year and a half ago, but it was 2 months ago that I decided that Lauren was going to be my coach, and boy, that was not a mistake. He has truly transformed my life in not only just personally and how I view myself and my speaking and my consulting, but he has transformed the work. Since I have been working with Lauren for 2 months, he has put me in front of people that are changing my life. He has put me on stages that are stages that I could have never got on before. He has given me opportunities where I can get awards that I would have never had. So thank you, Lauren. And if you want to change your life, give him a call.
I need to choreograph, even though I can't dance, I can choreograph. I need to choreograph a line dance to my opener. So that when I got just this country, when we be at my events, look, I'm feeling that way today. I am feeling great. So, anything is bound to happen. I have no filter, ADHD, on and on and on. But you know what? All of that is good when you're within purpose. When you're within purpose, be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. That's the only way you can find yourself to your best self. Think about that. Something was in there. Listen, welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Lauren Michaels Harris. That's the bell of purpose. I didn't slip and fall just now. Oops. No, I hit it. I rang it on purpose. It's not a gimmick. It's not a show prop. I prefer to refer to it as an opportunity, which means when I ring that bell, it's because just like that bell has a ring to it, guess what? So does the truth. I know we're busy. We're all trying to do something, be somebody, but we don't want to get so busy that we don't hear the truth in that ring when it is out there. Can I get an amen? Come on, y'all. We're trying to do something up in here today. I'm reaching right now in this moment. I am reaching for one of the greatest promises available to all of us. It's free. It's painless. It is right there. It is within reach. It is the one that guarantees us that when two or more of us comes together, we have that same mindset, heart set, soul set of service to each other. Spiritual magic is inevitable. Can I get just one more amen up in here today? I'm not playing with it. Are you playing with it? Let me see. I'm going to make that. I'm putting that on the bottom. Come on. There it is. Can I get an amen up in here? There it is. Up in here. Hey, it's that week, y'all, where I will be again. I'm not kidding. I got a feeling it's happening. My last day at work is Wednesday, right? I'm looking for something over here. I have like 2 presents purchased. I'll be at CVS Christmas shopping the night before Christmas. Remember that when you used to go? I used to get my mom that same thing every year. That champagne bottle of bubble bath from like Walgreens. I was a kid. I thought it was a great gift. And one other memory. Do you remember how important it was to get a great gift for your teacher for Christmas? How you wanted yours to be his or her favorite. I was thinking about that today as I donned my fall fur robe from Zinman and Zinman of Beverly Hills. Remember them on the early game shows? It's a mink stole from Zinman and Zinman. Right. I think they went out of business because people don't wear furs like they used to. Listen, I want to just give you guys a couple things. Up in the corner, you'll see there's a flow code. See that little purple thing up there? Today, I want to feature, thank you, Karma Cords. Excuse me, Karma Cords, one of our Christmas sponsors. That flow code up in the corner, use your device to go ahead and hit that. It'll take you right to the Karma Cords site where today's featured product, it's the Tree of Life stainless steel aromatherapy necklace. We have one here in our house. I should have put it on. We do. Here's a little bit about it. It's mirror polished, high quality stainless steel locket. You can add your favorite essential oils, all these different color pads. That's just 3. I think it comes with like 6. And you can change the when I bought it, it had 6. Oh, well, 3 color pads and black. So that's really 4 to change the look to fit how you're feeling. So go over, hit the flow code, get over to Karma Cords and take a look at all of the wonderful products there. Thank you, Sanjay. Don't forget, coming up this Friday, License for Love, our iHeart podcast with my good friends, Cowboy Jax out of Nashville. Special guest correspondents, Hearts in Sync. We have a lineup of rising stars. Oh my goodness, Kobe James. Fire. Kobe James ain't playing with him. Laura Briner on tour right now. She'll be coming in. Jessie G. You guys saw her singing the national anthem at an NFL game last week or week before. Michael Ricks, Melissa Collins, David Terrell, and much more. We're going to have fireside chats, all kind of good stuff. That is Friday night. Get to my pages. You'll find everything you need to know there. 90 minutes of Christmas fun. Won't you join us? Also, thank you, Tap In Magazine. I got this yesterday morning, the greatest gift so far for Christmas. I'll give you more details. It'll be on the newsstands. Thank you so much. What an honor. Thank you, Dr. Tandra Price, for this honor. So today, Y'all get ready. Now, first I'm gonna tell you this: it's gonna be a tug of war because when you have guests that have their own shows, they be forgetting. Oh, wait a minute, this ain't the Dr. Lotus Riché show, and I'll be like, excuse me, girl. Clearly, okay. So I'm just playing. Anyway, I'm just telling you, get ready because we got a powerhouse in here. I can't think of a better way to start this week, this day. Dr. Lotus Riché, she is among, this is just scratching the surface. How much time I got? Oh, I'm late. A highly sought after global transformational strategist, award-winning, internationally renowned. Girl, you got too many big words in a row. Empowerment and mindset transformation keynote speaker, global communication and network strategy expert, television show host, told you, 6-time international best-selling author, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm a dude, like the kids say, I can show you better than I can tell you. Plus, I was running out of breath. There was so much in there, and there's more, but I can show you better than I can tell you. Listen, she's never been here, so we are going to roll out the virtual red carpet. Let's put on our everyday bathrobe moment manners, won't we? Let's give her a standing ovation. Do that by virtually putting some hearts on the screen as we welcome to the show, Dr. Lotus Riché. Mm-hmm. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Okay. Hey, Dr. Riché, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How are
Hello. How are you, Dr. Lauren?
I'm awesome, blessed, highly favored, all of that, living in dominion. As my friend Steve Sigmund would say, just like you. And I wouldn't rather be anywhere in the world right now. Wait, maybe Fiji. I'm gonna just keep it true. Maybe
hello.
Fiji. They're right here with all y'all.
Fiji would be nice this time of year.
Lord,
Yes.
I'll be Mexico.
Because it's cold where you at.
Yep. This time next week. What day is it? Monday?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we'll be in Mexico this time next week.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Yes.
Listen, I'm glad you're here. Oh, hold on. I forgot. Sorry. Dang. Chill. Welcome to the show, my sidekick, everybody. She's been here 6 years. Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo, under contract, clearly. Threatened me again today. I feel like, did you forget someone? So listen, I'm glad you're here. Something I do. I'm going to dip out, give you a minute to have a moment, a personal moment with everybody and kind of fill in between the lines. I kind of skimmed over but tell them why you're here today. And then I'll come back in. We'll get started.
All right. Thank you so much.
All you.
Hello, everybody. And thank you for coming to the show this morning. We're going to have an amazing time. And so I'm Dr. Lotus Riché, as my host so eloquently told you guys about. But let me tell you a little bit more about me. I'm that 6-year-old girl who was raped by her babysitter's grandson. Babysitter had to go to the doctors. Grandson got to the home to wait for me. And it was one of the worst experiences I had ever met. Running and slipping and falling and crying out, but no one would hear me. No one would come to my rescue. And the way that I was able to save myself was through my mind. Because this young person said, if you tell somebody, I'll kill you. And, back then I was a little girl, and you all know, y'all been kids before. Kids hear everything. And so I knew that his family was working for the mafia. And if you don't know what the mafia is, I'm a Jersey girl. Look it up and you'll find out a little bit more about it, but it's organized crime. And so, of course, I was scared out of my wits. So I was not going to tell anyone. And I held that for about 15 years.
See, hold on. How you just going, see what I told y'all? You got to watch out for these show hosts. So now, see, she done came here and I went all into my first 10 minutes of interview. I ain't asked you nothing about, and plus, while I tricked you. While you was talking, I said, she ain't going to be the only one up in here with lips dressed up.
You was getting your lips right. I see
ready.
it. I see you getting your lips right.
Plumped and ready to go.
And Lauren, look.
Ooh, We
Both
might
of
need,
us.
okay, there's a message somewhere in there. So listen, we're going to come back to that origin story because, see, I shouldn't have told you that's what we was going to start with. I said we're going to start with, tell them a little bit about Little Lotus, and she just like, bye, Felicia. I'll take it from here. No, you won't. No, you won't. So first of all, I want, because you are going to get a lot of time to just run with it, because I'm going to eat. There is my healthy breakfast.
Ooh, yummy. What you got?
Avocado. And then I plan on finishing at least 2 of these 3 while
Yes.
we're in here. And I got a couple other things.
Wait a minute. Was that a pair? Was that a
Yes.
pair?
One of my coaching
The
clients
red
sent me this.
one.
Yes. She
I
gave me
love
this
them.
great gift box. It came last
Yes.
week. We ate all the candy and shit first. And then we looked at the box and go, Brian and I were looking at it and we're like, all the good stuff's gone. Guess we're
I
stuck
love
with the fruit.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So anyway, so happy holidays. First of all, let's talk about, before we get into the deeper side of the pool, what is your favorite holiday tradition that you and in your household is still a big part of the holiday season for you guys?
Gift giving. Holidays. Christmas was my mother's favorite holiday when she was on Earth. You see, I got her here with me. Gift giving. She shopped all year long for her family. That's what she loved. That's what she did. And gift giving. Now I got to go back, because when I was a little girl, not little, when I was a teenager, and you know, when you get your license, you can go to everybody's house, right? So what my favorite thing was doing was going from house to house to house, eating the sweet potato pie, the candied yams, the macaroni and cheese, and if somebody could make a great turkey, that and the pot roast. Those were one of my favorites. And my aunt Baby Doll, she used to make something called sweet potato bread. This
Baby Doll used to live over on Sycamore. Drove that yellow Pinto back in the day.
That's the one. That's the one.
How's she doing?
She doing all right.
Baby Doll.
But she passed.
You're the first person that I didn't get with that. Y'all know. I've been getting to be like, wait a minute, did she live on Sycamore? I'd be like, y'all, I'm just playing. Baby Doll.
Yes.
We got some of the best nicknames in our culture.
Do. Yes, we do. And listen, I'm gonna turn on my fan. I got this bright light on me, honey, because I want everybody to see me. You know how we do it. Let me turn
to be
on
cute.
my fan.
You trying to be cute.
We be real. Always beautiful. Always
I know.
beautiful. I have to be sitting next to you.
Go on.
All right.
Don't worry. One day you're gonna have that staff that'll be, coming up and doing all that. Claim it.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, what is the number one thing on your Christmas list from Santa this year?
Ooh, let's see. Well, I'm on your show, so I got that. So that's good.
Girl, please.
Let me see.
Get the list. I want to see that's on your list. Let me see the list.
Let me show you.
She's gonna write.
That's right, baby. That's right, baby. So the other thing that's on my list really is to be with my family and to just have a great time. We're doing a great Christmas thing for my mom, since she's not here with us this year. We're just gonna have a fabulous time and celebrate my mom.
You say that as if she were here last year.
She was.
You lost your mom in the last year?
February 26th.
Not even a year yet.
Yep. And this is especially tough because this is her favorite year. But you know what? We're gonna turn it all joy. Yeah.
So let me. Wow. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how differently it may feel for you today than last year. What do you? How has the healing been? Let's go there, because that's a positive. When there's healing, there's a story behind it. Talk about it. How did you? I know it couldn't have been easy.
No. Worst thing in my life. Earlier I was talking about my experience as a child.
Yeah.
And that up to the time my mother passed was the worst. Is the worst. But this, my mother passing, is the worst. Now, pardon me. I'm gonna have to get me. I got a hot drink too. You're not by yourself.
I know. We'll get into your personal life in a minute. You missed it.
It's the worst. I heard you.
Hot drink.
I got you. So it's the worst. It's the worst ever. It's the worst feeling. I lost my father about 21 years ago, but it was different because my mother was still here, and they have been married over 30 some odd years.
Wow.
And it's just different because I was close to my dad. He taught me how to change oil and change tires and all that great stuff. And we were close, but it was just
all that
different
great
with my
stuff.
mom because we were right. We were just
Triple
really
A.
more close, I guess you could say.
I know.
The healing process, I would say slow and steady. It's hard to really categorize it because I'm a spiritual being having this human experience. And although I know this, it's still hard to embrace the fact that in her physical body, she's not here.
Right.
And I'm always connected to her in spirit. Yet I think that it's more of the human side of me that wants her here in the physical.
Well,
and
the
that's
selfish
really,
part of us.
yeah, because
The
I
selfish
used to
part of
call
us.
mom,
Right.
and she used to call me 2 and 3 times a day.
Right.
And sometimes she would just call me and tell me something funny,
Right.
or tell me, hey, did you know so-and-so is in the hospital? Or call me and say, hey, this is Kinley's birthday today. She always kept me
That's my point. That's my point. That's what I was trying to get at, because a lot of us, for me anyway, I still mourn, both of my moms, my original and my adopted.
Mm-hmm.
But I find as I continually move forward on this journey, it's more about the void that they left, the emptiness that is no longer there. Because I would never want either one of my moms to have to come back to this horrible shit.
Exactly.
In this world. Right. They're paying free. We're trying to get to where they're at. Right.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this. Do you ever find yourself, Dr. Lotus, in those junctures, if you will, those forks in the road where choice is being driven by decision, and you hear yourself say, now, what would mom want me to do? What would mom say? All the time. See what I'm saying? Y'all better wake up. Wake up. Right? Especially, so now what?
Yeah, exactly. Now what? Now what do I do? And especially if someone had wronged me. My mother over time, I watched, she watched me grow and I watched her grow. And my mother had what I call and I got this from the seat of the soul, what I call reverence. She had reverence. And it's taught me to have reverence. Where sometimes, Dr. Lauren, you just want to choke somebody out because they've wronged you. But that reverence side of what she taught me was, it's really not all that big. It's not all that big, and it's not all that bad. Don't waste your energy on something negative when you can do so much more in the positive realm with that energy. Turn that negative energy and use it for something positive.
Okay, good. I'm glad you put that out there. So the pancake is
bubbling. I saw your face. You was like, you're going to choke somebody.
No, I'm going to put it out there. So, you just poured the batter on the griddle. So all the little bubbles. That's how you know when to turn the pancake. Now it's time to turn the pancake. So let's turn the pancake over. You said about, because you mentioned that twice already, about when somebody's wronged you. So they be dropping clues, y'all. They be dropping clues. So let's talk about that, because I believe that should be a little something we talk about. Because forgiveness, people talk about grace and this and the other, but forgiveness is a thing a lot of people misconstrue. There's a forgiveness and there's a filing system.
Yes.
Because when you forgive, there ain't nothing to file. But then when you don't, you soon as
you haven't forgiven.
Oh, here we go again. Oh, so your black ass is getting ready to, let me see. Oh, back in December of 2001, you said, and I quote, you see what I'm saying? So let's talk about that, because a lot of us think that we have forgiven, but how when they say when you forgive something, it doesn't exist anymore. It's erased. Right. Right? Isn't that what you want from what you believe is greater than you? Where you done messed up and you ask for forgiveness. Right. So let's talk about what that means for Dr. Lotus Riché, because I know you talk about this and you work with people on how to do exactly this. So let's get some tips out on the table. Because now, this could be the greatest gift you could give somebody, starting with yourself. The power of you, starting with yourself. So, Dr. Lotus, you got any tips on how to effectively forgive? Because I believe it's a process.
Yes. First, I think you got to forgive yourself, first of all, because, you know, Dr. Lauren, a lot of times we punch ourselves in the face because
I ain't did nothing. Forgive myself for what? Girl, you got me twisted.
Hello.
Okay. Sound familiar?
Yep. And that's how a lot of us do. And we love to stay there and we stay stuck there. But one of my greatest tips is forgive myself first, because a lot of times, you know, I find myself, I would punch myself in the face and be like, oh no, you didn't let them get away with this. But I learned this many, many years ago. And I was on my way to work listening to Ayala Van Zandt. And she said in her book, in the meantime, I think that was the name of the book. She said, we don't forgive people for them. We forgive people for ourselves. And so I make a conscious choice to forgive people for me, because if I don't forgive that person, it affects me on a cellular level. Because here's the thing, that a lot of people, if they wrong you, they're not thinking about you. They're going on with their lives. And so I can't waste time on things that don't serve me. So that's one of my biggest tips. Forgive myself. And I'm forgiving them, not for them, but for me, because I can't stand in the door and say, Most High, I need you to forgive me when I wronged this person or when I wronged myself. Because, you know, a lot of us, sometimes we don't treat ourselves right. We don't eat right. We don't sleep right. Sometimes we get in different relationships, whether it's business or personal, that don't serve us. How can I ask for forgiveness if I'm not willing to forgive? And so that's the primary key.
There it is.
Forgive. Now, that forget thing. There is a deity.
Wait, hold that thought for 1 second, because I just want to put out there, that was a great example she used. What's her name? I can't never say it right. Van Zandt. Yeah, because remember she cut herself a new butt with Oprah.
Yes, she did. Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah put out the car. Oprah put out the car for a minute. Don't come over here. Don't call here.
And slam the door.
But then came back and in front of everybody. You see what I'm saying? So I just didn't want y'all to miss that reference up in there. Yes. So because I gotta keep this moving, because we got a lot.
And Dr. Lauren, and let's double back and check this out. The lack of forgiveness, you made me just realize this.
Did you just twist your neck at me?
I got to, because you made this point. Let's double back.
Here we go.
Because forgiveness can get you kicked out the car.
Yeah.
That was powerful. And you said that forgiveness really can get you kicked out the car.
But what about that part where you said, I'm going to cover my mouth. What about that part where you said, you forgive yourself? So if you forgive yourself, that means you have to put what you did wrong up front.
Exactly.
I forgive myself for calling her a skanky. Oh, oops. See, there I go again. Lord, forgive me, and so I can forgive myself. Well, wait a minute. Which comes first? The chicken or the egg? Lord, forgive me, or forgive myself. Here's what my grandmother used to always tell me. Anything that you really want to be successful at, don't say, Lord, give me the strength to da-da-da-da, but say, Lord, show me how to find the strength within myself. You know, almost don't give them a fish. Don't give me a fish. Teach me how to fish. Right?
Exactly.
Ooh, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all about to come on. Listen, we're going to take a short break, because I want to come back and let you run with it, because I got a lot more food to go through. So what I do, it's getting good too. Let me see. When we return, I want to talk. Let me give you something to put in there and think about. Never mind. I'm surprised you catch you off guard, because if I give you too much for a warning,
I got you.
Listen, don't you dare go away, because I'll track you down. I know people. We'll be right back. There's a lot more show. It's a great time to share out the broadcast. We'll be right back. Because now I know when something happens in our lives that is unexpected, you have to go into it in order to ever have any hope of coming through it. So when you go, guess what? When you come out the other side, you grow.
Brought out more in me than I thought that I didn't even know that I had.
That has given all of us a great hope for what we can do with our own messages, our abilities to deliver, but most importantly, to deliver it in an authentic and very, very intriguing way.
Have you ever been in something or felt something where the only way you felt you could deal with it was to leave, get away? I thought that was the meaning of control. It took me 4.5 years to stop looking around the room of my life, of my journey, of my purpose, digging in cushions for a remote that never existed. Looking, relooking, going back and upgrading, bringing in and pulling out things that do not serve you must go. Those things out in this world that are designed to bring us down, to keep us down, put their foot on our neck and whisper to us that we're never good enough, they don't whisper. They yell at us from all directions, top to bottom, bottom to top, side to side, side to side, corner to corner, and corner to corner, 365 days. When somebody asks you about yourself, don't you dare whisper. When they ask you to raise your hand, don't you dare half raise it. When they ask you something good about you, you scream it with all you have. Come on now, get up, get up. Tell me who you are. Show me who you are. Greatest truth of all, that not everyone has to remain lost. Wake your ass up! Wake your ass up! I know you're trying to sleep, but wake your ass up. Yeah, I'm feeling it. God is good all the time, man. Did y'all just whisper that? I'm going to say it one more time to y'all in the back of the room. God's good all the time, and all the time. Well, then, that's more like it. You think I can't hear you because it's digital? I can. I can feel your spirit. Before we get Dr. Riché back in here, I wanted to shout out. We got to pay the bills real quick. First of all, earlier when you saw me put on a lip balm, I didn't just grab some Vaseline or some cooking grease. No, I didn't. Don't act like you ain't. Remember when you didn't have no chapstick, you used butter or some, please, right? But Jack Black lip balm. Great stocking stuffer. And you also, I know when my hands got up in the screen, like, he ashy. I wasn't ashy. I left it like that on purpose. So I could do this right here. Product placement is called. And this is Cool Moisture Body Lotion. All over. You can use it. I'm using it on my hands today. Another Jack Black product comes in a gift set. They sent it to me last week. And ooh, smells good too. So check it out, especially at Macy's. They have a great, great deal for you this year. And finally, before we get Dr. Riché, if you're looking for something to take great to greater, bright to brighter, strong to stronger, ditch something that does not serve you, like, I don't know, Diet Coke, which was my thing, used to be in the day. Replace it with this one. V8, 60 calories, 100% vegetable juice in every can. And get this, 2.5 servings. I don't know how they squish it all in one can of vegetables. I drink one a day, every day. V8 and Jack Black, get with it this year. I'm going to catch it to putting the makeup on. I'm going to catch it putting the makeup on. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey.
So, yeah, I figured out what I want to hit you with when we come back. So tell us because you have a book coming out.
Yes.
Or is it out?
It's coming out. It's coming out.
Talk about
January. About January 26th is coming out. It's called The Empowered Me. We have a visionary author. Her name is Shirley Murphy out of Nigeria, Africa. And
what's
we have
that
about
mean?
9 authors. Pardon?
I'm sorry. What's it? I've never heard that. A visionary author. So
yes.
Is she like the one who said, let's do this?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You got it.
Go on.
So we have about 9 authors in this book, and the authors are from all over the world. And we're coming together to share our stories of what's transpired in our life that really took us through, that challenged us. In some cases, that may have stopped us momentarily, and how we reached inside and found the true power within so that we can live a powerful and more meaningful life on the outside.
Uh-huh. So in other words, it's never about one thing. And one thing I say, back on the forgiveness tip, I tell people all the time, because I know, I tell you know, from the stage, I always find them afterwards, because you can see them from the stage. You see them out there, and when you talk about, I would live every moment of my life that I've ever lived over 1,000 times for 5 minutes of what I live today, and that you can see them out there like, boy, you need to quit lying. But, and I find them, I say, yes. And you know why? Because when you have forgiven, and you see purpose within every step that you've made in this life, you know that God doesn't make mistakes. He just keeps the shit interesting.
Exactly.
And you also know that how bad could any of those things to the left have been? They led me to this moment with you right now.
Exactly.
They led me right here. Can I get an amen? Come
Amen.
on, y'all.
Amen.
That's right. That's right. So tell me what your chapter is about. What's the title of it?
My chapter is about not giving up. You just can't give up. No matter what you do, no matter how hard it is, you just can't give up.
You almost did, didn't you?
Of course.
I know. I saw it because I saw the way you were blinking when you talk about that. Take us back. I'm going to step out for a moment. I want you to go back, remember yourself so you can take us with you to just one moment that stands out in your journey where you really did not know that you had anything left in the tank. I can't do it. I just can't do it. But then, right when you thought it was over, fill in the blank happened.
Wow. That I just can't do it anymore moment came when I was living in Japan. I was working with the Department of Defense, helping folks with suicidality, substance use disorders, and mental illness. And something happened with my knee, and I couldn't walk by myself. I had to use a cane. I had to have somebody help me get dressed and things like that. And that was the hardest part, because the person I had been dating had gone back to the United States. We were getting ready to prepare to go back to the United States, and I was somewhat all alone. One of my best friends was there, but it's daunting when you can't walk, when you can't help yourself, when you feel helpless. Well, when I felt helpless, let's bring it back home. I felt so helpless, and I was a suicide intervention trainer, thinking about suicide. And that was one of the darkest days until someone called me and said, "Hey, I've got someone on my ship. They're thinking about suiciding, and I need you to talk to them." I was like, wait a minute. Stop the press. Hold up. Pump your brakes. No, I can't help this person. I got someone who is excellent in what they do. Let me call him and let him help her. And he said, "No, that's not going to happen. I need you. I need you to talk to her." So with all my hemming and hawing, I finally said, okay. And it was because of helping that person. That was one of the reasons, because I helped that person. It helped me. Because if it was anything else, I really don't know where I would be. I really don't know what I would do. And I said, "God, why me?" And God said to me, "Why not you?" And it's so funny, Dr. Lauren, Angela Elting, she used to come to my house. She's
Angela, you used to live over on Maple.
On Maple, right in the brown house, with the 3 sign that used to hang like this.
Oh, you used to get put in the hallway too in school. They used to put your butt out there too, huh?
That's right.
I lived out there.
All the way out.
I lived out there. I knew everybody walked them down hall, all the teachers. How you doing, Miss O? Going outside for that cigarette, huh? Like, wait. Okay, so let's talk about that. And see, this is why, you guys, all of the promises, they click into each other just like a nice spiritual seatbelt. We were talking about forgiveness. We were talking about how, in order to get things out, you heard in the promo earlier, everything that does not serve you must go. And so that means that spirit of where you were at, and that God wouldn't let you lay in it. He came
Exactly.
along. He was sent along. That traveler was sent there to give you a hand up, a reason to get up, to show you you are not alone. You are needed. See, a lot of us think that when we're in need, that we don't have anything to give. But that is the key to getting out of your own way. Make it immediately or as soon as you can about something or someone other than yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
And in truth, because when Angela came over, she's a suicide intervention trainer as well. And she said to me, she said, I'm worried about you. And you know how we do. I said, what you mean you worried about me? I knew exactly what she meant.
Why you all up in my Kool-Aid?
Exactly. Why you in my Kool-Aid? I don't have no sugar for you right here. And I knew exactly what she meant, but she made me face my truth because I was in denial. And she made me face the mirror. She was like, wait a minute. Here, let me give you something. Look in this right here. Look in this. And I had to look in that mirror and tell myself the truth. And then I said, God, and now I asked questions. I asked why. I said, God, why me? God said, why not you? Little did I know that my struggle would help me when I got back to the States, because I worked at one of the top brain and spinal injuries where people were being told they would never walk again.
Right.
And I was able to share my story with people and they looked at me different. You know, people look at you different when you have a similar story because they feel like now maybe you could tell me something. But if you haven't walked a mile in my shoes, you can't tell me nothing.
On that note, remember how she said that? You can tell me nothing. Remember that. Okay. It's going to come in handy. Hold on to it. Trust me. Wait for it. So, how tall are you?
5'6".
5'6". Dang, I thought you was like 5'10". Just from that command.
You know, I do have a tall personality. I tell people that all the time.
You do. So I'm going to go back to, because I had a download about you while you was talking. We can go someplace. Let's go back to when, because it's not always, I love transparency because we can take people back to, you wouldn't believe once upon a time I was. So let's go back when you were angry, because I got a download. I wrote it down. I'll let you know. Well, look, that's why my attention pen says right on it, through me and not from me. So when I write with that pen, I ain't got nothing to do with it. It said anger. So they tell me, when I say they, that means everything greater than me. Now, deal with it. They tell me you had one or two of those moments, like what's her name in what's her name? Wait a minute. Wait for it, it's worth it. With Eddie Murphy and them in that movie, Heart of Night, when she said, "Oh,
get out of here. I just watched that the other night."
Oh, you gonna hit people with trash can lids.
Now my
Delarice, when you had one or two of them now I got to cut you. Right? See, and you just watching. You went, see how surprised she was? I said through me. They knew you watched it. They knew you watched it. They knew you would pick up on that reference. Right? So talk about that, because that spirit of anger is one that it took me. Ooh, you should hear how I used to be. My husband was just telling me yesterday how back in the day, even my poor coaching clients, God love them. God love them. I love them, babies. Because I used to be so, and it was hard to pry my own fingers off of my own juggler. Talk about that. What it was like for you and how you just cut it. Just said, bye. You don't, sir. You ain't got nothing else up in here. Bye, Felicia. How'd you do that? How'd you do it?
When I was younger, I used to get upset. I would throw things. I remember one time I took this little ottoman and I threw it down the stairs. Now, this is my parents' house, okay? This is my parents. They was at work, y'all. They was at work. But I'm going to tell you what. My Aunt Margie
got that ass toe up.
My Aunt Margie told my mother when she came home, and my mother whooped me good. And you know what she
did
said?
Get her ass toe up.
Don't throw nothing around in here. We work hard for everything we have in here. And that was the old days. You do that now, you might end up in the clink. We might have to come and bail you out. But that helped me because I had to change my energy. And so whenever I would get mad, I started to run.
Okay, wait a minute. What category whooping was that? Because you know there's belts, hands, extension cords. Back in the day,
it was the belt. It was the belt, and I got an uncle that got whooped with a washing machine hose. So that's a higher category. So I think I was in category I think that's category 2, because no, that's category 3. You got the hand, the switch, the belt,
the switch,
the cord, and then the hose.
And the switch got 2 categories in and of itself, because of the one they got then, but you know you getting told when they say, now go out there and pick the switch, and if it breaks, you getting 2 of it. Because I'd be trying to get them dry ass switches, right? One here,
the smallest one. Why people get the thinnest switch? Because that one hurts the worst, because you go.
Y'all, and don't feel bad. Don't be talking bad about us and our culture. Because I tell you what, I'm grateful for every whooping I got.
Hello. Yep.
I'm just keeping it real. Can you say that?
You got to keep it real, because
including those spiritual whoopings.
Yep. Because when my parents would spank me, and we didn't get spanked often because my father believed in punishment. Right? And talking to, but my
come
mother,
out your room in 6 months.
You why she whooping you? She talked to you beforehand, tell you why she gonna whoop you, and then she's talking to you while she doing it, and then she sits you down and talk to you afterward, because I think it was for her. This is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you, because it hurt them in their heart to hurt you, but I had it coming.
Look, let me ask you this. Because, they told me that shit too. And I was like, I asked my mom once, I was like, if it hurts you so much, how come you turn it into like a rap? And we didn't even have rap yet. Didn't I tell you not to do it? Why you do it? Take your ass in the room. Come on, I'm going to tell you up again.
Yes.
And then with your mouth wide open and you can't breathe.
What's the cry thing?
Cry again. I'll give you something to cry about.
Right. You just gave me something to cry about.
And then you be in your room. I can't stand them.
Yep.
And then I hate when I start yawning, because then I know I'm going to go to sleep. I want to stay mad.
Yes, you going to sleep.
Right. You go. That's how you know you don't get it. That's how they can tell.
That's how you know you got a good one.
That's how they know. Yeah, he sleep. I tore that ass up. So yeah. So anyway, let's talk about a spiritual whooping. How does that happen in your world? How does what you serve, that is your higher power, whoop that ass? Because I be getting them, they be tearing me up. Sometimes it's a punishment, sometimes it's a timeout, sometimes they waiting at the door. When I come in, you ever did that? Got locked out? That snuck out and then they locked the shit on you, right? And the screen door be locked, and they be standing there like this.
Just got home.
Come on in. I was like, well, move. What you got behind your back? I'm going like this.
How about my mother was behind the door one night when I came home? Lights out. Or when she said, she opened the window, go back where you came from. Bam. I was like, am I going to sleep in my car? What's going on?
Look at my eyes. You silly.
And then I got the talking to. Young ladies don't come in at 1:00.
Right.
Right. But the spiritual.
Yes. Lord. What you coming home for now?
That's right. You could have just stayed out.
Look, then she opened the window and you might here. Now go change your throw the drawers and everything out. Okay, y'all. We have go. Spiritual one.
Oh my
goodness.
Oh, the spiritual one.
I'm gonna eat. Go ahead.
Is the spiritual one is the light. I feel that, or what I found out is that my light is dimmed, or my energy isn't as high when I'm not in a position of forgiveness, or when I'm staying in a mode of sorrow. And that's the biggest thing. Dr. Lauren asked earlier about, how am I getting through this? I think finding ways to be more joyful is really helpful. And the spiritual whooping pretty much comes when I feel like I'm staying stuck in sorrow, because I think the Most High graduates me to a better frequency of existence. Just better energy comes and better energy flows. And it's really, really tough when I'm not in that energy space. Mm-hmm. And that to me is a spiritual whooping, because there's just so much disconnect.
Yeah,
I am inside because of so much sorrow.
Let me hit that. Let me hit that. Girl. Look, girl. Look,
Girl.
let me tell you why. Because, see, women didn't do nothing to me. I'll be pretending half the time. As soon as I'm done, they done be like, it didn't even hurt. Right. But you know what killed me?
Mm-hmm.
That silent treatment, that look.
Yep.
When
Yep.
I disappoint my mom and I be trying, Mom, I clean up my room. She be like,
Yep. That
When
disconnect.
God does that,
It's
when the
easy.
spirit world, when they be just like, I look over and they just be like,
Yep. Yep. We
like,
told you. We tried to tell you. You
right.
heard it.
You know, because you know, like when when the people in your family, those women, when they go, or when they know you lying and they be like,
My great grandmother, my
you
great
know they know
grandmother,
you lying.
my great grandmother used to say this. My mother said, she used to say, "Yeah, Lord," and she would say, "Yeah, Lord," and that meant you lying.
Ooh.
Yeah, you
She'd have
you
been
lying.
saying that so much
Yeah,
around me.
and so I think sometimes the spiritual whooping is when the ancestors are saying, "Yeah, Lord," like
I know that's right.
stop lying to yourself. Stop staying stuck. You know.
That's that's a big point. You just talk about that. A lot of people, I love that part. And what I've learned about the ancestry piece
Yep.
is so empowering. But wait a minute, here's a great segue. We're gonna take a look at something real quick. I'm trying to be clever with it, and then senior moment landed. Senior moment landed.
You got this. You got this.
I know, but I was like, because I was thinking about you sent me back when you're talking about the women, those utterances. Because in church they'd be like, put your heart in it. Yeah,
Yes.
well, that is that agreement.
Yes.
That is that agreement. And so, when grandmama did what you said, when she said it meant you were lying. Yeah, it was an agreement. She was in agreement with the Most High. Saying,
exactly.
Yeah, I know he lying too. Yeah, I know she full of shit.
Yeah,
That
Lord.
kind of thing. And we need that in our lives.
Exactly.
Now I'm looking, I want to show this. Let's set this up.
Okay.
See, I'm sharing it because I found it on your page. I know you're saying it, but it's the same thing. What is this we're looking at?
Okay, this is our new book that's coming out in January 2023, The Empowered Me. I cannot wait for you all to read this book. We have some phenomenal women from around the world in this book sharing their challenges, sharing their triumphs, sharing their fears, sharing their grief, sharing their losses. In fact,
I didn't know you could see that.
So many of us, we suffered a lot of loss in the past couple of years, but it hasn't stopped us because we still digging down deep to the empowered me that's inside of each and every one of us. And we're giving these messages out to the world to say, hey, come to the side of power that's within you, because we have made it from the past and we are making it right here in the now, and we're going to make it in the future. And it all starts with the power from within, the empowered me.
The empowered me. I'm
happy to be a part of this amazing anthology.
Absolutely.
The women are phenomenal. Yeah, the women are
phenomenal.
So
let's that's coming out, and we're gonna ask Dr. Riché to drop the link inside the comment section for ease at the end of the broadcast today, so you'll be able to get over and support this great work. And maybe even through reading someone else's empowering story, it will empower you to begin telling yours. Listen, I just want to say this on a serious note. We've had a lot of fun up in here today.
yes.
We always do. But again, the bell of truth, the ring of truth, the bell of purpose. We're going to use it on purpose today. And I just want to say this to you. Don't underestimate everything you've lived. Everything you've done and lived and experienced provided a syllable for a word within a sentence, within a paragraph, within a page, within a chapter, within a volume of all the books that make up our lives. So, be willing to give the world your story, our DNA and our fingerprints. Yeah, that shows that we're unique. But one day those will be gone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But what will be left will be our stories. But that will only be if you leave it. So think about that. Thank you for that, Dr. Riché. So let's talk about what's coming up in 2023. We got about 2 minutes left. What can people expect? I know you were going to see each other.
Oh, yes.
in the first quarter of the year. Talk about that if you could.
Wow. Becoming the Best You Conference 2023. You are going to see Dr. Lauren and me. We're going to be on that stage to grace that whole conference. Is going to be amazing. It's going to be in St. Louis. The spearhead for that is Brenda Ringwood. Of course, she's our amazing
Brenda
host. The co-host is Mr. Unstoppable himself, Terrence Leffridge. So I'm really looking forward to being there. It is a full house packed with phenomenal speakers that are flying in from everywhere, and I can't wait to see you there. And you can get your ticket. Go right to Becoming the Best You Can Be. You can check it out on Facebook, and you can go ahead and get the ticket. Get your ticket now. Don't wait. Don't debate. Don't wait too late, because you want to get that ticket. And don't forget to connect with me. You can email me at lotus@lotusriché.ignitesyou.com right down below. I love it. And definitely follow me on LinkedIn, and you can see my shows, the Lotus Riché Ignite Show, Books to Boom Your Business. And if you've got a new book coming out, I definitely want to have you on my show so we can tell the world about your phenomenal book.
There you go. Now, you all notice all this stuff from Game Show. Who do you think made that famous? This is a pop quiz question. I know you're thinking the girls on The Price is Right. No. I know you're thinking Vanna White. No. It was Carol Merrill on Let's Make a Deal.
Yes.
Carol Merrill was the one. She's like, she do this number, this one. Tap.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, I want to be here.
Nobody did the tap. I had totally forgot about that. But yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what they used to do.
Let's make a deal.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. So listen, I am so excited. I wish you the happiest holiday season ever.
Thank
You guys, we are going to drop all of Dr. Riché's connector links also in the chat, your comment section at the end of today's broadcast, which unfortunately is now. But make sure you reach out, follow her, support her, and we hope to see all of you at some event where we will be next year. And because we want to meet you, probably more than you want to meet us, but that's because we love you and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. So I just want to thank everybody. Thank you all. Get out there tomorrow. Who do I have tomorrow? Wait a minute. Let me pull up I have an extensive software package for my guests. Oh, here it is.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's real digital. Oh, Martin Lopez from Los Angeles will be here with 4 of his friends. Going to be a very interesting thing. Men talking about their fears, and these are all men who have made it through divorce, and they got some things to say that just might surprise you. That's tomorrow, where we come together again. Dr. Riché, thank you so much, and thank all of you. Remember, reach for the promises, but it won't matter what you reach for if you haven't kept the promises within reach. Something to think about. Get out today. Be the best version of yourself. I promise I'll meet you, God willing, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central sharp, out on the front porch. We're together. We create another unique moment in time. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks, Todd.
Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Side.